What's good? It's Life 360, and today we're going to be doing an astrological observation of the sky. We got the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Aries. And the theme for this is going to be associating our passions, motivations, and goals. With the moon being in Aries, we're going to be reacting and responding to cardinal fire, creating and initiating a new way to see and feel via our passions, motivations, desires, goals, willpower, and intent. So that's going to be the word that we're going to be in. That's going to be the conscious body of water that we're going to be swimming through as spirits. But how this is going to be seen, how we're going to be expressing this, and what we're forced to pay attention to is fixated air, fixated on our own way of thinking and communicating via our associations, how we associate ourselves and how we conduct ourselves in the public arena, and the things that we are associated with, and how we think and communicate on a unique basis, how we come up with our own unique way of thinking and communicating that suits our individuality. So this alignment creates a sextile in the sky. So this is going to be an opportunity for us to associate these things, or for us to attract these things as well. So we may be associating our passions, motivations, desires, and our uniqueness and individuality, and we may be attracting these individuals. We may be attracting passionate individuals. We may be attracting aggressive individuals. We may be attracting individuals that match our, that's like-minded towards us. So this is going to be an opportunity. It's a whole bunch of opportunities playing out in the sky during this current time with the moon transiting through Aries, but we're going to get into that. But with this fixated air and this cardinal fire, our passions, motivation, and desires, this cardinal fire is going to have a direction, and it's going to be in this fixated bubble, this fixated balloon. Actually, it's going to be in this fixated balloon, so we can build ideas off of it. We can communicate these things. We can analyze it. We can see where it needs to be adjusted. We can see where it needs to be fixed. We can see where it needs to be honed down. We can see the right things to say, the right thoughts and the right mentalities and the right mental forms to connect to it, with the moon being in Aries and the sun being in Aquarius. So yeah, and we also got Venus in Aquarius. So with Venus being in Aquarius and the sun being in Aquarius and the moon being in Aries, this is going to be like a conjunction. Not a conjunction, but it's going to be a conjunction, but it's also going to be opportunity. So with the sun being in Aquarius, getting ready to go into Pisces, we're going to be seeing and acting on our love matters, and that's going to be filtered through Venus and Aquarius, our associations, how we associate ourselves, how we conduct ourselves in the public arena, the public games, what's unknown that can be discovered to be new. Because when we're looking at Aquarius, it's all about this intricate, they got like this intricate energy to them. I don't even know if that's a word, but if we're gonna make it a word, they got like this intricate energy to them, where they can, like, this futuristic, like, think about a sci-fi movie. Think about like a sci-fi movie. You think about a sci-fi movie like Star Trek or something. That's like kind of coming from like an Aquarius mind, like something like that's out of there, like out of the box. That's like way out. So we got to be careful with this energy as well, because we can be thinking way out about our passions, motivations, and desires, and it may not be even that. We may need to come back down to reality a little bit more during this period of time, so we can have something that we can convey with others, that can actually be worked towards something that can actually manifest into this third dimensional realm. So we can be thinking like kind of way out about these things. We can have like this out of the box mentality, this out of the box mindset about our passions, motivations, goals, and desires, and our actions and our viewpoints, and the actions that we need to take so we can obtain these things. So yeah, and we also got moon conjuncting Chiron. With the moon conjuncting Chiron, this is going to be the power to make emotional mistakes. So we are going to be connected to our mistake during this period of time, and emotional mistakes and mistakes that we have, that we don't make, that we need to shape and form and readjust it and remold it, so we can extract wisdom and knowledge from it, and see how we can prevent ourselves from going down that same path, line of reasoning, and train of thought. So we'll have a better mentality, a better spaceship of going about our passions, motivations, and desires. So with this going on, we're going to be seeing these mistakes. We're going to have this opportunity to see these mistakes, but these mistakes are going to come off as negative, because we got a whole bunch of sextiles and trines in the sky right now that's angling Chiron in a positive aspect. So these opportunities, these mistakes isn't going to be so negative during this time. This may be a mistake that you're glad you made, because now that shed light on something that you need to adjust, that you need to change and adjust, so you won't be able to make these mistakes again on down the line. So yeah, We also got the energy playing out, so we're going to be emotionally connected, and then we got the power to make emotional mistakes if we cater too much towards the energy of the moon during this period of time. So be careful with this energy, because it's still going to manifest as a mistake, but it's not going to be as negative as a mistake due to all these sextiles and trines angling it. And we also got moon conjunct in Jupiter, and with the moon conjunct in Jupiter, we're going to be expanding on our emotional stance, on our passions, motivation, and desires. We're going to be expanding on these things. We're going to be wanting to experience these things. We're going to be wanting to expand these things. We're going to be wanting to see how can we expand our passions, our motivation, and desires. What are the actions? What do we have to transform and transmute? Because when we're talking about Aries, it's all about transformation. But Aries is more of a positive transformation, because it's the feminine, not the feminine, but the masculine side of Mars. So Scorpio will be more the negative transformation, because it's the feminine side of Mars. So with Aries being the more masculine side of Mars, we're going to be going through a more positive. We're going to be trying to positively transform and transmute whatever mental bondage, whatever emotional flunks that we are in during this period of time. And we're going to be wanting to expand on that. So we're going to be extracting wisdom and knowledge. We're going to be extracting wisdom and knowledge from our experiences, because our experiences are going to look like our passions, our motivations, our desires, our willpower, our intent, our goals. This is what our experiences are going to look like, and things that can birth to become new, like our children, our creative attributes, our creativity, our creative endeavors. So our experiences are going to look like this. These are going to be things we're going to want to experience. But we may feel kind of like emotionally blocked. We're going to feel emotionally blocked during this period of time, and we're not going to know why. We're going to get into that. We're going to be feeling kind of emotionally blocked during this period of time. So we're going to be wanting to expand on this emotion. We're going to be wanting to extract meanings and reasonings and wisdom and knowledge out of this emotion, so we can see and understand why we're feeling this way. So we're going to be expanding on these things. We're going to be expanding on this emotion, so we can place new meanings and reasonings, so we can extract the right wisdom and knowledge and place new meanings and reasonings on our passions, motivations, and desires. And we're also going to be experiencing kind of like some frustrating energy, because when it's a conjunction in the sky, we not a conjunction but a stellium, so it's going to be a stellium in Aries. So we may be kind of frustrated with going about this energy. We may be kind of frustrated with this cardinal fire energy during this period of time, with the moon being in Aries, Chiron being in Aries, and Jupiter being in Aries. So we may be kind of frustrated a little bit with our passions, our motivations, our goals and desires, and things that we're trying to birth to become new into this reality. So, and we also got we got a few squares playing out, where we're gonna finish breaking down these opportunities and these trines. Where we're gonna finish breaking down these opportunities. We got another opportunity playing out with the depositor of Mars. So we know that the depositor of Mars is in Gemini right now, mutable air, mutable on our own way of thinking and communicating. And it's going to be sextile in the moon. So we got this opportunity to emotionally connect to our passions, motivations, and desires. And this is where we're going to have to transform. This is the energy that we're really going to have to transform and transmute, because our passions, motivations, and desires is being fit through mutable air. So we're going to be thinking and communicating passionately. What's going to be on our mind, what's going to be on our intellect, and what's going to be on our thoughts. It's going to be our passions, motivations, goals, and desires. And we know that Gemini can, Solomon and Gomorrah, this can be kind of like not a confusion, yes, a confusion going on within ourselves, within our mentality. This can be like kind of confusion, mind chatter, scatteredness, confusion. So we're going to be kind of confused with this energy a little bit. So this is going to be the energy that we're going to have to use this Aries moon to transform and transmute, so we can get out of this emotional flunk, so we can get out of this whatever we're trying to birth, so we can get out of this emotional flunk, so we can birth something that can become new and individual. Because we're going to be having some kind of mind chatter playing out with the depositor of Mars being in Gemini. But it's also going to create an opportunity for us to connect to our passions, our motivations, our desires, our goals, our willpower, and intent. But if we really want to go fully forward and build that courage with this energy, we're going to have to first get out of these thoughts and these mentalities that's holding us back from going forward with these things. Remember, we're going to be going in a new direction now, because all these planets is going direct. So if you really want to like go forward with your passions, motivations, and desires, and have that conviction, first you got to get out of this mind chatter and these mentalities that's holding you back, so you can be put in that position in an area of life where all possibilities can see and be like, okay, this is a strong spirit. This is an individual I can use so I can experience something new. So yeah, peep game, peep the energy, and you'll be on your way. If you also got we also got the moon sextiling Saturn, and with the moon sextiling Saturn, this is going to create another opportunity for us to connect to our associations and how we associate ourselves and how we conduct ourselves in the public arena. Well, this is going to create an opportunity for us to connect to how we see and gain structure and reality, how to connect to our responsibilities. Because first, let's break down the energy signature of Saturn, because Saturn is all about how we see and gain structure and reality, how we materialize, how we maternalize, how we accumulate our daily routines, what we got on, what our responsibilities, how we do maintenance in our life. So that's the energy of Saturn in a nutshell, but it's more. That's a different video though. Make sure y'all go check out others in the soul conscious community. Make sure y'all go check out others in the soul conscious community and the subconscious community. We got plenty of videos breaking down this energy and this intellectual property as well. So with Saturn, we're going to be connected to these things, but with Saturn and Aquarius wants us to look at our associations, and see which ones help us or which ones are harming towards us. So we're going to have this opportunity to be more observant of this space. We're going to have this opportunity to be more observant with these people, places, and individuals, to see which ones are like helping us or harming us. Which ones do we need to connect to, or which ones do we need to separate from? Because which one do we need to associate ourselves with, or which one do we need to disassociate ourselves with? When it comes to how we see and gain structure, in reality, and how we get from point A and point B in our lives. And we also got a few squares planned out in the sky. And with these squares planned out, this is going to be like minor frustrations, minor friction. But with these squares planned out in the sky, this is going to be a square between the moon and Mercury. And with moon and Mercury, since the moon is in a fire sign dealing with the feelings, and Mercury is in the earth sign dealing with practicality, what makes sense, how our security, our stability. So this is what's going to be on our mind. What's going to be on our mind is our stability, our status, our career, our position, our business, our reputation. So with the moon squaring off with Mercury, we're gonna have to learn how to think more sufficiently about the things that we're communicating. We're gonna have to learn how to think more sufficiently about our feelings and how we express these things. We're gonna have to learn how to think more sufficiently about the things that we are emotionally connected to, because the way we're gonna be thinking is gonna be one way, and the way we're gonna be feeling is gonna be another way. Because we're gonna be thinking about practicality, what makes sense, how we get it, how we make money, what's secure, our security, our stability, our status, and all that good stuff. Make sure y'all drinking y'all stars out here, because stars are water. Make sure y'all drinking y'all stars. So yeah. So we're gonna have to learn how to think more sufficiently about our feelings and how we communicate these things and how we display these things with other individuals that we're trying to build something with and foundate something with and organize, and how we organize. So we're gonna have to learn how to think more sufficiently about these two areas of life and these two realms of this, the realm of Capricorn and the realm of Aries. and not like, try not to be so flunked out in our feelings and getting too lost in our feelings, because if we get too lost in our feelings, that may put a blemish on our status and our career and the things that we're trying to organize and the things that we're trying to build and how we structure ourselves and gain security. And we also got the moon squaring off with Pluto, and with the moon squaring off with Pluto, this is going to be learning how to take power and control over your learning how to take power and control over power and control and struggle issues that we may deal with on a day-to-day basis. Well, this is some deep energy right here. Well, with Pluto being in Capricorn, we're gonna have to. Pluto been wanting us to take power and control over our status, our career, our business, what we're known for, how we've been seen, how we're seen, and what we want to be seen for, and our popularity. If you've been watching me, you know what I'm trying to say. But that's what Pluto wants us to take power and control over. But we're gonna be connecting to our passions, our motivations, our desires. So do we got the courage? How we build up that courage to go for these things that we've been committed towards, this this thing that we've been committing towards, this thing that we've been building up, this status, the way we've been shaping and forming and molding this image of ourselves. Are we committed towards this? Are we committed towards this? All right. Are we committed towards this? Is this something that we can see ourselves doing for a long time? Is this something that's going to help us gain security in this new day and age? Because we're going through some new times right now. We're going through a different time right now. We're going through the age of Aquarius. So we're going through a new time right now. And we got a whole new way of going about our stability. We got a whole new way of going about how we gain structure. We got a whole new way of going about how we attain things, how we materialize, and how we manifest. So with the moon being in Aries squaring off with this, and we also been going through some power and control and struggle with this, because we know that Pluto brings power, control, and struggle issues. So we may be experiencing this too when it comes to the area of life where we got Capricorn, which is mainly our status, our career, our business, what we're known for, how we want to be seen in life. So have we been planting the right seeds in this area? Have we been committed to this status? Have we been at the esoteric drawing board? Have we been coming up with blueprints? Have we been coming up with plans? How we can present ourselves and our uniqueness and our individuality and our creativity? Have we been in this energy, this innovative energy? This is what this energy is going to be showing us with this square going off, with this square playing out in the sky during this period of time. If we've been planting the right seeds and been on track with this energy, or been doing the right things so we can accumulate in this new day and age, we're going to have that courage. We're going to have that courage to go for these things now. We're going to have that courage to connect to these things. We're still going to experience some frustration. We're still going to experience that frustration. But what Aries is going to bring, Aries is going to transmute that energy and transform that energy. And Aries is going to be like, all right, if I don't got it now, I'm going to get up and get it. Because this is that fire, that cardinal fire. So if I don't got it now, I'm going to get up and get it. It's going to build that courage for us to go get that, to connect to this. But this may be kind of like a little negligent, because it's still a square. It's still a square. So it's going to be kind of a little negligent going about this energy. So we're going to have to learn how to like emotionally connect to our status, the things that we're trying to transform. We're going to have to learn how to transform ourselves, basically. In a nutshell, we're going to have to learn how to transform ourselves during this period of time, so that whatever we're trying to transform or transmute can match up with our status, our career, our business, our position, how we structure and organize our lives during this period of time. So this is the energy that we're going to be having to learn how to intellectualize and gain emotional understanding and emotional security with. But yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, we're gonna get ready to have Venus going in Pisces. And with Venus going in Pisces, what is Venus? Let's break down Venus, the energy signature of Venus. Venus is the planet, well, the water cycle, the body of water of that corresponds to how we love, how we express our love, how we receive love, how we relate, our pleasures. So that's like the energy signature of Venus. I should really like make a whole separate video of this, and it's like really getting like to the esoteric knowledge of Venus as well. That's gonna be a different video. I might just start it as a series as well too. But when Venus is getting ready to go into Pisces, Venus is exalted in Pisces. So with this exaltation of Venus being in Pisces, we're gonna be loving a delusion. We're all gonna be loving and valuing and appreciating a delusion, because we also got Neptune there. So this is gonna create a conjunction with this exalted Venus in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. So we all gonna be in the straitjacket energy. We're all gonna be loving and appreciating our straitjackets. We're all gonna be loving and appreciating the things that we can indulge into, our imaginations and our fantasies. So we're all gonna be loving and appreciating our straitjacket energies when Venus get ready to go into Pisces, getting closer to like that. I think Neptune is in the second decan, getting ready to go into the third decan. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but getting ready to go into the third decan. So we're all gonna be loving and appreciating our straitjackets and our imaginations and fantasies and dreams and illusions, and it's all gonna put us into an illusion. So be careful with this energy, because if you don't see this external representation playing out, this may put you in a delusion for grandeur, and then you try to go out and seek this external is external validation from these people, places, and things that you thought in your mind, that you gave this role in your mind, that should be playing out that dream, imagination, and fantasy, and that you wanted them to be in your movie and present to you. So be careful with this energy as well, because this can be like some extreme flunkiness. This is really gonna be like some extreme flunkiness energy. So make sure that you don't get too flunked out. Make sure that you continue watching people like me and others in the subconscious community, so you can stay above these currents, above these water cycles, so you won't have to get so washed up under these currents, and then you be like, where's Waldo? Where's my life? Make sure that you're not using this, and also make sure that you're not using this energy as like some escapism energy. Make sure that you're not using this energy as some escapism energy, because this is another way Venus being exalted and Pisces can play out. Like, we are gonna be in some escapism energy with the things that we can like, that we love, value, appreciate, and we use to compromise. And keep in mind, the same things that we love, value, and appreciate and use to compromise is going to be the same things that can destroy us at the end of the day. Because that Venus, once that Venus go out, it's going to turn into Mars. And what is Mars? The planet of destruction, the planet of anger, the planet of aggression, the planet of transformation. And it's also going to be sextile in Pluto. Woo! Don't let these things transform you. Don't let your desires transform you. Don't let your desires lead you down the wrong road. Don't let your desires lead you into like some illusion or delusion, or some La La Land, Michael Jackson hanging off the tree, 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches away from being in a straitjacket type of energy. So yeah, it's been Whole Lot 360. Peace.